SpotlightMediaStudios.com. Welcome to Education Unfiltered. Here is Mary Stucco.
Hello, this is Mary Stucco with Education Unfiltered, where we talk about everything higher ed. And sometimes that higher ed is starting at the high school level. So today we are joined by Dave Aldrige, who is a teacher at the Lansing School District and teaches the Business and Risk Management program for the Lansing School District. Welcome, Dave.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So tell me, so students are taking these classes that they can apply to college, earn college credit for while they're still in high school. Is that correct?
That is correct. The program consists of 4 classes. It's a 2-year program that they start their junior year. With that being said, they don't have to start their junior year. Say a student maybe is unaware of the program and finds out the summer before his senior year, they are allowed to start their senior year as well and complete that the first 2 classes. Hopefully they'll, continue on into college to take those second 2 classes, but that's pretty much how it works in the beginning. Like I said, the program's 2 years. Ideally, we'd like to start them their junior year so they can finish the entire program by the end of their senior year.
Very good. So now, when did this program start in Lansing School District?
I searched for the exact date. I believe it started in 2015. I know the school district, it started before I came on board. Maybe it's 2014. They had an agreement with Ingham ISD, and I believe the program initially started that way, and then Lansing decided to do their own program. So they had a teacher before I came on board that taught the program for a year, and then Lansing brought me on to continue the program and hopefully improve it. The students get, like you had mentioned, direct credit for completing the classes successfully. And we've had growth every year except this year, and that was due to COVID. We couldn't do the recruiting events, but started out very small when I came on board. I want to say we only had like 3 or 4 students maybe. And then we were up to 12, and then this year we have 10. I believe we only have 10 because we weren't able to do the recruited events that we typically do due to the pandemic that we're experiencing. But the students enjoy it. It's a great program. It's been somewhat difficult in the beginning doing things virtually like it is for everybody else, but we're in the groove now, and it's going just fine. So
good. Now tell me a little bit about you and how, kind of the path that you took and how you landed in the Lansing School District.
Sure. I originally started, I originally went to school after high school, or went to college after high school to become a teacher. Back then, you couldn't get a job in Michigan teaching, and I didn't really want to go out of state, so I went into juvenile probation, really, and I was there, 4 or 5 years, and I kind of fell into the insurance industry. I was getting married, buying a house, and changing careers all at the same time, and I was an insurance agent for quite a few years, and then I ended up getting a position with the Department of Insurance and Financial Services with the state of Michigan, and I figured that's where my career would go. I was extremely happy there, had no plans on leaving at all, and I found out, I can't remember exactly how it went. I believe somebody contacted me and told me about the position in Lansing, and so I applied and showed interest to them and went through the interview process, and and there I was, or there I am, I guess I should say. So I have somewhat of a split role there. I do the insurance risk management program, and Lansing is called the Business and Risk Management Program. I do that in the morning for the first half of the day, and I'm actually the work experience coordinator and teacher for the entire district for the second half of the day, which is very beneficial to the insurance program because the relationships I've built with the school counselors at each high school allows me not only to help with the work experience students, it helps me a lot with recruitment for the insurance programs.
That's very good. So now tell me, if I'm a high school student and I'm, trying to figure out, obviously at that age, everyone's just trying to, get through high school one, but also figure out what they want to do when, they get older. What kind of benefits do you find that these classes help the students? Like, even if they decide not to go into the insurance industry, you mentioned it's, you're also teaching business. How does this benefit the student? Why would they want to take your classes?
Well, one of the benefits is there's multiple benefits, and I'll go through those. One of the benefits is they learn about insurance, where a normal high school class isn't necessarily going to teach you that. They learn, what auto insurance is and what it's like having to get home insurance or renter's insurance, and what it's like to get automobile insurance. And some of the students will find that very interesting because they don't know anything about it and how it works. So that'll pique their interest. One of the big things is that the credits that they are given at the high school level even are very they find it beneficial. They get a fourth-year math credit. They get a foreign language credit. They get some elective credits. They get quite a few credits for being in the program. And so I have found students really enjoy that because it, for lack of a better word, kills two birds with one stone. Sure. They get quite a few credits for being in the program, and they like the program. It's fun. I mean, we're together for the first 3 hours of the day, so it's a big chunk of it's almost half of their day in school. So they should get those credits. They work really hard, and that's one of the I would say main benefits that they see initially. Once they get into the program and they hear me talk, and then they listen to guest speakers, and we've had a couple guest speakers the last couple of weeks, they realize what it's like in the real world and how Lansing is an insurance mecca, and the need for insurance professionals is high, and they see the possibilities that are available to them after graduation or after even college graduation or even while they're in college. That really piques a lot of their interest because they had no idea this even really existed before they came into the program. I thought the college credit would be a big benefit. It's a benefit to them, but they seem more focused on the types of careers that they can go into after completing the program and then finishing their college career. I would say what they're offered after that. So it's kind of a mixture of benefits at the high school level, at the college level, at the personal level, and the future level, if you will. What opportunities will be available for them after graduation.
What type of students do you find enter your class?
It's a very diverse class. Lansing School District is a wonderful district full of amazing, diverse students, and I get quite a diversity when it comes to students. You can't really pinpoint what type. Most of them that come are business-minded, if you will. They have a good mindset for business, or at least they realize that they do during the program. Some of them, I have two this year who are brothers that actually own their own small business as high school students, and
That's awesome.
They do quite well. So yeah, they're very knowledgeable, and they understand the concepts that are taught to them.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point to know that these kind of classes are for everybody. And that's great that they're expanding their horizons by learning some more practical applications while they're still in high school, because there's really no other outlet for them in the regular classroom, would you say?
Exactly. Yeah, there really isn't.
So how do you recruit students? And, obviously COVID has limited that, but how do you usually go about, getting the word out, letting the students know about your program and the benefits of taking these classes with you? Sure.
We do it multiple different ways. When I first started, we have a gentleman who I've become friends with over the last few years, who does a wonderful job in recruiting students. We would initially, when I first started teaching this, we had a couple events every year at the schools where we would bring down, the sophomore classes and even the junior classes, and talk to them about the program, identify what the benefits are, pick out the ones that are interested, and they can actually apply at that point in time for the program. Did it all in person. It grew, like I said, we grew throughout each year up until this year, which is to be expected, I guess. So we would recruit in person. The biggest thing is word of mouth from the students. I was told when I started by a principal in the district that I really respect, who actually hired me, that said, you will either grow your program and it'll be successful, or you'll kill it, one or the other. So, which there's really no other way. So, and the students are really it. The word of mouth they have, telling their friends, and some of the students are already friends when they come into the program, and they do quite well. So word of mouth is a big recruiting part of it. It really helps out. The relationship I built with the counselors at each high school helps as well. I deal with the counselors quite a bit with my other role in the district, so it helps kind of bleed in with the insurance program. And I actually had a meeting last week with my principal about what we're going to do from this step forward. And since we want anywhere from 20 to 22 students in the program, we're going to give each school 7 spots. Say, look, you counselors have 7 spots to fill. Your job is to fill them with the students that you believe will do well in the program and would be interested, because the counselors are the frontline workers, if you will. They're the ones that know and understand the students, and they have the relationship with them. So, and then the students can apply at that point in time, and we'll bring them into the program as long as they meet all the requirements. And so that's our game plan, because we are still in the pandemic. We can't do things face to face. So there's a nice flyer my wife designed for the program that spells out very nicely all the different benefits at the high school level, college level, and even beyond. And that's given to the students. Now it's given to them electronically. That way they can see firsthand what the benefits are. And I think when you do these, each high school, there's 3 of them, each get 7 spots. I think that's a good goal for the counselors to be able to fill those spots. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are at max capacity next year.
That's excellent. Now tell me real quickly what activities you do outside of the classroom when you can.
Sure. So we'll go with a non-pandemic school year. We'll go to Accident Fund, or the AF group, once a week. And we hold class there, typically on Tuesday. We'll meet in our classroom, and then we'll take a bus to the AF group, hold class there. We'll have guest speakers from all departments. that come in and speak to the students, explain careers and the jobs they have. We have guest speakers come into the classroom at the high school and speak to the students. We have 2 field trips, 2 college field trips that we take every school year, typically 1 per semester. Some years we've just done 1. The Ensuring My Future has field trips for us to the Capitol and other various locations like DIS, the Department of Insurance and Financial Services. We'll do the Lugnuts game downtown Lansing as a field trip. We've visited independent insurance agencies. We've gone to auto owners, insurance company on an all-day-long field trip, career fairs, insurance seminars. We've gone to those or even attended those virtually.
That's awesome. Well, this is Dave Aldrige. He's a teacher at Lansing School District. Dave, how can people reach you if they have any questions?
You can email me at david.aldrich@lansingschools.net.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This is a special thank you to our supporting sponsor, Davenport University. This is Mary Stucco with Education Unfiltered. Thank you for joining us.